Jack Taylor struck a fantastic maiden 100 on the second day of the LV County Championship match between Derbyshire and Gloucestershire at the 3A County Ground. The 23-year-old began the second morning on 58 with his overnight partner Michael Klinger needing 7 for his 100. He fell in the first over of the day without adding to his 93, and then Craig Miles fell to the same combination of Harvey Hussain and Mark Footit. Those early losses left Gloucestershire on 255 for 8, but Taylor was still there and was soon reaching the best score of his career, which previously stood at 63. He is a young man who likes to play shots, as Tony Palladino found out. This one sending the ball down the ground and over the rope for a 6. After a break for bad light, which came with Taylor on 73, the players returned to the middle and the batsman wasted no time in racing to his maiden ton. There were no nervous 90s. This shot of Tilakaratne Dilshan carrying the distance as he moved from 91 to 97. And 2 balls later, he was rightly celebrating a wonderful achievement, a championship 100 off 122 balls in 2.5 hours, with 10 fours and 2 sixes included. He was punching the air the moment he hit the ball before taking in the applause from his teammates and all those at the ground who had been thoroughly entertained by Taylor. The players were soon off again for a brief shower, but back on, Taylor continued to play his shots, his partnership for the 9th wicket with David Payne realising 74 runs, of which Payne scored 9. Taylor was finally removed before lunch for a memorable 120, sub-fielder Rob Hemmings with the catch at third man off Tom Taylor. Footit then grabbed his 4th wicket of the innings as Liam Norwell got an inside edge behind. Gloucestershire all out for 329, having been 159 for 6 at one point. Ben Slater and Billy Godleman had 2 overs to survive before lunch, and it looked as if the latter failed to do that, but the large appeal was declined by the umpire, much to the fielders' disbelief. After the break, these 2 left-handers began to build another decent partnership at the top of the Derbyshire order. When batting together this summer, these 2 have mostly got their side off to very good starts, and here they were able to knock off 47 runs of the deficit. Off yet again for a shower, when the players returned, the ball started to move all over the place, Miles producing this peach. But it was Norwell who broke the stand, Slater edging to Chris Dent after making 17 to give the bowler his 27th scalp of the championship season. This was Benny Howell's first, Chesley Hughes being bogged down before nicking to Gareth Roderick after making 9. That brought in Dilshan for his first championship innings for Derbyshire, and he got going with a driven 4 off Norwell, before the heavily wrapped Sri Lankan pulled the same bowler over the long leg boundary for a 6. The evening session promised yet more entertainment, but the rain that arrived during tea meant that there was no more play. Derbyshire then ending the day on 77 for 2. They'll resume on day 3, trailing by 252 runs, with Dilshan on 17 and Godleman on 30.